Bryce might need jail for that meme. He's getting jail. He's getting jail.
All right, I think it's story time. Hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good day that ends in Y. It's Court. How you doing? Oh man. Hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm feeling a little achy. I hope I'm not getting sick. I'm certainly gonna give it a college try today. Because I wanted to stream. I especially had a really kind of intense week and I wanted to kind of treat myself. So I figured I want to play some Phoenix. I want to see if we can get to case 5. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Your boys, your beloved boatman is feeling a little achy. But But that being said, I'm gonna do my best to put on a show, put on my throat. My throat's feeling a little bit better. It was really swollen. It was really sore earlier. I don't know what it was, because like up until like basically when I got home, which was around 2 in the afternoon, I felt fine. And then all of a sudden I got in. I think it's like a combination of a few things. One, the warmer weather. Two, maybe my body's just a little exhausted. Three, you know, maybe I was caught something, because there was a lot of people who were like sick at work for some reason. I was like, okay, not sure what we're doing this so for, but you know, it doesn't matter too much, I guess. You know, it happens. Like some people were sick, some people, there was coughing and stuff, and I was just not, I thought like, oh, I won't catch it. I got an immune system, I'm fine. Oh, how wrong I was. But regardless, you know, there's an innocent, lives are at stake. Phoenix Wright's gotta get on the case. But yeah, hope everyone's having a fantastic time. We made a boat. It's Friday. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do some case 5. Apologies in advance if I maybe clock out a little earlier than intended. It's just because like I hope I'm not getting sick. My throat feels okay, but like if it starts getting torn to shreds with all the voices I'm planning to do, we'll see. But I got my tea, so I'm good. It's kind of a shame because like this is my normal, like my go-to tea. And so fun fact in Japan is with konbinis or convenience stores, you usually get like tea everywhere. Tea is everywhere. And in addition, you can get it hot. So you can get nice warm tea, just like from a vending machine, or like there's a warm rack in most convenience stores. So you just grab a hot tea, buy it, chug it, you're good, right? But these bottles are also microwave safe, most of them anyway, but you have to look for the label. Unfortunately, this brand of tea doesn't seem to have the label I was looking for. So it was like, I don't know if I can put this in the refrigerator. I don't know if I can put this in the microwave, which is also my oven. Another wonder of Japanese technology, I guess. So I'm drinking cold tea, but I think hot tea would have done a lot better. So we'll see. But either way, it's helping a little bit. But yeah, I feel like in the back of my head, a little bit of a pressure headache and stuff. But what else did I do today? Well, this morning, I had a lot of meetings. I was watching a little bit of Barry. Barry's starting Ace Attorney, which is fun. The thing I noticed that I like about Ace Attorney games is that there's always this one premise of like no lawyer would take this case, and it's the tutorial case, which is like the most obvious, the easiest case. Like they want you to know who the killer was. So it's kind of funny to me. It's like no one would take this absolute slam dunk of a case that will make them look like a competent lawyer. It's like, wow, are lawyers just dumb, or just like, is it more of a case of like, not worth my time? Some idiot with spiky hair will figure it out. I don't know. But either way, it seemed like it was fun there. I did some meetings, I did some work, I had lunch with a friend, got home, and started deteriorating. Like it's like it was a nice day for the most part. Like it's raining now, but like tomorrow it's meant to be like 26. It's gonna be warm. Like I ain't gonna be wearing this, that's for sure. It's gonna be too hot. So we'll see. But yeah, I had a good time hanging out. Got myself a burger because we talked about burgers endlessly yesterday. And I was like, well, dang, now I want a boiger. So now I gotta go get a boiger, right? That's the rule, right? That's the law, right? There, I don't make the rules. You know, I don't think even you make the rules. Nobody makes the rules around here. So anyway, I'm kind of just keeping up, man. I am delirious. So this is going to be either a great episode of Ace Attorney tonight, or it's going to be because I'm psychotic, or it's going to be a bad episode of Ace Attorney because I'm psychotic. You decide. Man, how you doing today, Gally? It's good to see you. Thanks to the boat, by the way. Double digits already. That's amazing. I'm really appreciative. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're being warm and cozy wherever you are. And to anyone who's lurking or in the YouTube side, hello. Did I mention how good your hair looks today? I can see. I have that's one of the powers you get as a software engineer, especially in your security. You get to log in through people's cameras and stuff, so I can see your hair. And it's very pretty. It's looking nice today. Yeah. Did you use a new shampoo? I hope so. Oh, it's a new conditioner? Oh, I could tell. You know. Anyway. So I'm kind of looking to see what happens. So tomorrow, I hope I'm not sick. I'm sorry to keep bringing it back there. I hope I'm not getting sick because I really don't want to have to bail on plans. So tomorrow, I was supposed to hang out with the girlies for a little bit. We were going to do some the hunting of Mons with Bok Bok and Shizu tomorrow. But if I'm feeling lousy, might be best to just take the Saturday off, get some rest, heal thy body, take the weekend to just heal thyself, and go from there. But man, what do you guys think is like the worst time to get sick? I'm doing okay. It's 3 a.m. and I'm gonna be going to bed here. I got monitor while my PC started over. Is heartbreaking, but fun doing it over and seeing how fast I can do it. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you're having fun with it, at least. I mean, it sucks that you have to start over, but hey, you know what? You can think of it as like, because you know it so well, you can get through it quickly. And also, thank you. I totally understand. It's like 3 in the morning over there. You were probably in Frosty's chat, right? And all that, right? Before a massive meeting deadline is awful. Ooh, that sucks. I'm sorry. I understand if you need to get to bed. Were you in Frosty's chat? I was earlier. Yeah, she's playing B-movie game, which was interesting. I wonder if she finished it or if it's to be continued. Anyway. That was like my Grossman laugh, I guess. Grossman laugh, that's a good way to put it. I hope she had a good time. Frosty's a good bean. I like hanging out with her. She's always... Really? That's not bad. That's not bad. Like young Jim Carrey, like in Living Color / like Ace Ventura Jim Carrey. That's not a bad shout out. I'll take that. All right. Oh man. But yeah, like if you gotta go get some rest, buddy, I understand. Like for me personally, I've been thinking about the opposite, where like I'm getting too much rest, or like I have an old man clock now internally. Like it's sad. It's sad because it's like, you know, well, not sad, but like here's the thing. I think it was ever since like I got like back home from overseas, and like my clock lately has been just like crazy early, right? I was always like an early riser as a kid. Like I would used to get up like around 5 o'clock so I could watch the super early cartoons on Saturday morning. I was never really a problem about waking up early, right? But lately, I think it's getting a little bit out of control because, excuse me, like today, for example, I woke up at 4 in the morning and I passed out last night around 9:30. So like clockwise, math wise, it clocks into about 7.5 hours, which is like not bad. And I wake up and I feel rested, you know, like I'm getting sleep, which is the good thing, right? I'm not restless. I'm not like having this really bad thing here, but yeah, sleep schedule overtime. Yeah, like my schedule is crazy. So I was hoping today to like take the idea to like, maybe I should lower my voice. Sometimes I don't know the volume. I have trouble controlling the volume of my voice. But that's what peaking is for, and like all these mic controls I got on this fancy microphone. Anyway, so what was I saying? Right. So like I'm waking up rested and I'm going to sleep regularly, which, you know, for the longest time was I had the opposite problem, where like I was going to bed with very bad indigestion and I was having problems like tossing and turning. Nowadays, like with like a routine and stuff, I'm out like a light, which is good. Like my body just knows how to like shut down, which is great. But I think it's getting a little too good at it. So I was hoping tonight to like maybe try to use the stream. I would do a 16-hour shift, sleep 4 hours, do 16 sleep, then another 4. Oh, Galley. Oh, Galley. Oh, Galley. That's so bad. I'm so sorry, man. I hope you'll be able to get some relief from that, because that sounds like it's gonna break you down mentally and physically really quickly. So I'm gonna be hoping you can get some good sleeps here and some good rest time off soon. Yeah, so like personally speaking, you don't have to feel forced to be here. I'm happy that you came by and showed some support. But if it's 3 a.m. and you're dead tired, go to bed, right? I would go to bed too. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I was hoping that, like, that's good. That's good. That's good. Stand up for yourself a little bit. I was hoping for tonight to use the stream as an excuse or a way to, like, bump me up a little bit. But now that I'm feeling kind of lousy, kind of cruddy, I might just go a little early. All right, you're gonna force yourself to sleep. Are you gonna do like mass hypnosis? Are you gonna do like Z-Quil? Like, some people with Z-Quil, that doesn't tend to like work with them, but some people, like, it's really effective, like sleep medications, stuff like that. Other times, like, you can get prescriptions, I think, for, like, you know, like, we're gonna give you some, like, stuff to read. What was it called? There's that one real powerful drug that, like, gets you, knocks you out. Like, sometimes a doctor will prescribe that to you. Like, I'm gonna give you a couple of these because I need to reset your clock. They're addictive, so they will only give you like 2 or 3 because it's like, you know, they don't want you getting addicted to this kind of sleep medication. Like, it's a bad thing if your body is drug dependent to get some sleep. That's a bad move. So we'll see. Anyway, what do you say we get started a little bit with Phoenix? That'll be good. Also, just real quick before I get started, I think this is the longest I've yapped before I even played the game. Not that that's a bad thing, or not that that's a bad thing or anything. I've just noticed that, like, kind of like talking about myself, like opening up. I kind of use this as like my monologue. It's like the Saturday night monologue, only with no jokes and zero riz. Tish. Anyway, but yeah, I guess maybe my yapping stamina is increased a little bit. Anyway, let me get off of this title screen so we can get back to Rise from the Ashes. Still in day 3 of the investigation. There's a lot going on here. I think what we did last time was we just started day 3 of the investigation. Hey, Digivixen! I cosplayed as Penny Nichols for SakuraCon just last week. Well, that's amazing. Welcome in, Digi. Welcome on the YouTube side. We appreciate you. Hopefully you show up on the chat here. Yeah, you do. That's great. I just recently added a combined chat so that the YouTube and the Twitch can kiss and like mingle with each other. But how you doing, Digi? Wonderful to meet you. Thank you for the discovery. I guess is that how you call it in YouTube land? I don't know. You're just in time. We just started it. So we're on day 3 of case 5. I believe when we last left off last time on Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright. We just got to day 3 and we talked a little bit with Emma about the past with the case and everything. She gave us her rendition of the events as she remembered from SL9. And I guess we're kind of getting to the bottom of this. It seems like no matter what we do, SL9 keeps creeping up. So kind of like with case 4, the only way to solve this murder case is to solve the case of SL9. So we'll see where we get. Just a heads up, Digi. I'm gonna try to go pretty hard. Got a vacuum for work, but I'll listen. No worries, no worries. I'm just gonna be I just want to give fair warning. I might have to conk out earlier. For some reason, I feel like crud, which was weird because I felt great this morning. I got up early, but I also went for a run. I felt fantastic in the morning. Got some more walking in. I think it's just exhaustion. You know, maybe that's what I'm feeling more. It's just like my body is like, dude, you're tired. Like, simmer down. Like, you know, you're not as young as you used to be, old timer. You need to settle down, rest your bones. I don't know. Anyway, well, thank you, board Digi, and hopefully your audio experience will be a delightful one. I will do my best, Digi. Thank you for the concern. I'm usually good about taking care of myself. I kind of have to be because I live alone, so but I'll be careful. But I appreciate that. All right, anyway, the case is on. All right, so we started talking with Emma. Let's go see if Anna, I believe that's her name. It's been a minute. Anna. It's Anna, right? Anna and Emma. Let's see if the chief prosecutor has something to say. Lana. Okay. Forgive me. Sumimasen. Lana. Mr. Wright. It seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence? Oh, right. That was the other thing. She dropped like a fucking like pipe bomb, to quote like wrestling terms. She dropped a freaking pipe bomb in the middle of court yesterday where she said, like, I falsified evidence to get a man the death penalty. I'm like, this is awkward. All right. Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh. About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details? Especially about the unusual change of jobs? Is that a yes? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. All right, here we go. Today's trial. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana! What the witness, Miss Starr, said! Yeah. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife! Are you gonna be truthful, Lana, or are you gonna say, you figure it out? Lana! I don't understand! Why won't you tell us? Emma. This doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. Detective Lana Skye. It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing! They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever! They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed! Emma really idolizes her big sister, which is why she feels such a betrayal! Betrayal! But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? Also, how did you do it in like 2 years' time? Like, damn. Talk about climbing the corporate ladder. I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes, so you can use that experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command. That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes. Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. They even had the same office? Damn. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Yeah, his brother, who was a prosecutor. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. All right. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Doc that day. The investigation was at its final stages, and Doc must have suddenly panicked. Sorry, had to clear the throat a little bit. Yeah. All this yapping kind of like loosens the throat, which is nice. I gotta get like some like kind of special. I wonder if there's like lozenges they sell that like clear mucus and stuff. I don't know. Anyway. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he went straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana? It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Drake. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies. Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her, after all her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right. Quite a coincidence, and I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. That case was solved 2 years ago! At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. He was that desperate. He was like, he wanted to know the truth. I don't know. He's like, I need to know the truth. And someone who was old and maybe like an officer dressed like Lana. Maybe it was Lana herself, and Lana's like, you can't handle the truth. I don't know. Anyway. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with the memories. That case just might not be over yet. Just might not be over yet. I mean, the idea is like, if Marshall is willing to like, he's basically gonna probably go to jail. He's probably gonna be removed off the force, if anything. But like, the idea is basically like, he was willing to do that. He heard something, or he knew something was up, right? And then Lana kind of just confirming it, just like, I think, you know, no wonder he was so invested. Anyway. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Yeah, you know, that's a good idea. Maybe we should go to a murder scene. Although we do that a lot, I imagine. Would that be under Criminal Affairs Department? February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kind of quiet around here today. You're right. Chief of Detectives seems the same, though. He's playing solitaire. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right. We can come back here later. I figured it'd be a way to get to the, I figured this would be the way to get to the chief's office, but maybe it's here. February 24th, Police Department entrance. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. Never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera, sera. Never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? Should've known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. But, Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. The dark trial. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me, neither. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean, fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? He learned to breathe with a switchblade. That was Joe Dark's all right, but in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means the murder weapon might not be the murder weapon. It means there's a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars in all of us. The scars that the SL9 incident left behind. I got the looks. He got the brains. He's one of the best prosecutors around. I just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he? Your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the King of Prosecutors? I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning. By nightfall, there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. He's talking about Goodman. Miss Starr was fired. I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They. Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Skye. So they basically try to cover up their misdeed by making sure that the people, basically the discredit Starr and Marshall. Maybe Goodman cut a side deal? I get where Marshall was saying that, no, Goodman, if they did that, it would have been way too suspicious. They're like, yeah, he got the, maybe they were thinking, he got the message, right? It's he understands, if he opens his big yapper, he's gonna be, on janitorial duty or something like that. Anyway. The investigation lead Damon Gant and his second in command, Lana Skye. Wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah. Damon Gant, new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina. Her secret's too well guarded. I never found out. Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I could find out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone's Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. And there he goes, off into the sunset. You know, he wasn't a bad guy. He did, you know, heart's in the right place. Vaya con Dios, Officer Marshall. All right. Actually, I don't think I wanted to say that, because does that mean, like, see you in hell? I don't want to see him in hell. He doesn't deserve that. Maybe I should think before I speak. Okay, so that's not the way I'm supposed to go. Is it the parking lot? February 24th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Hi, Ashby. Good day. Hope you're doing well. No one's here today. Not even Miss Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into exactly what went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today, on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room in 515. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we ended up just making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. All right. Was there anything new that we can look at here? I think we basically looked this car up and down and left and right. That's where you found that note. 221 SL9. The SL9 incident. A case that was due for transferal the day of the murder. I never knew. The SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. Everyone in this case played some part in that incident. This has to be more than just a sheer coincidence. Hope you're doing well, Ashby. It's good to see you. This rope, is it? Oh, this is the same thing as before. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer... Yeah, she doesn't say anything new there. How about the car? That's about as red as a sports car can get. Yeah, it's pretty red, all right. The body was found in Edward's car trunk, and the lock on the trunk was broken. So the question is, why did Miss Sky choose his car? So what model car is it? I think it was called a sedan or a coupe. Something like that. Those are car types, right? Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. It's about time I got my driver's license. Well, you live in San Francisco, so no, you don't need that. You got good public transportation. Is there anything I missed here? I think the idea is to get to finding, we gotta get to finding someone in the office or something, but nothing? All right. Oh, never mind. It's still there. This blood must be from one Lana. No, my sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime. And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand has blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. All right. Maybe I need to go to the High Prosecution's office. High Prosecutor's office? Maybe Edgy will tell me. Edgy, how do I get to the Chief Gant's office? February 24th, High Prosecutor's office, room 1202. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee. He took a real beating in court today. Sure did. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago. I guess we'll just have to come back later. Yeah, he is not having a good day. Our boy Edgy is not having a good day. Then we go back here? Oh, okay. Just exhaust every path. All right. This place always seems pretty empty, but today it's deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Hi, Shogun! Welcome in! Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks, Chief. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. With the chief prosecuting saying what she did and the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention her statement in the media in tomorrow's trial, there's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I also live alone. I'll be playing case 2 of a Spirit of Justice when I get home. That's cool, Digi. Yeah, I think so. Just to get you know, the goal is to technically play all of these games. I want to explore the whole franchise. So I hope you like Phoenix Wright, because we'll be playing a lot of Ace Attorney in this coming year. We'll see what happens. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir? We'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. I'm meh, currently. My housing office messaged me about a visit, and also someone messaged me. Oh, I'm sorry, Ashby. Well, hopefully we can give you some entertainment, take your mind off it for a little bit. I'm okay. Hi, YouTube. Yes, hi, YouTube. You're cute. Hopefully we can take your mind off it for a little bit, Ashby. Yeah, I'm not feeling good. Like, I was feeling great. I woke up way too early, like 4 a.m. But then I went to the exercise. I went to get some exercise. Felt fantastic. Went out, got lunch, came home, and then, like, basically the minute I stepped into the house, I'm like, I'm dying. Like, my throat's a little sore, my head's a little achy. I think I'm just suffering from some exhaustion, so I'm gonna try my best. But apologies in advance, guys, if I decide I need to cut off a little early just so I can go rest, right? But, and I might have to bail on Saturday's plan just to rest, which sucks, because tomorrow's supposed to be like 26 and warm and pretty and all that, but like, we'll see how I'm feeling. Anyway, moving on. I'm supposed to be hunting with Boca and Shizu tomorrow as well. It's gonna suck if I have to cancel last minute. Anyway. But it happens. It happens. All right, the chief's office. Yes, you know, the police chief always has to have an organ, a pipe organ. What the fuck? Clean, modern. Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. I was joking at how I haven't seen him in a long time. Oh, man. What did you just do, Emma? I was trying to talk to Ashby and you're playing. I can never remember where C was. Uh-oh, you've awakened the beast. You've played the summoning spell. I was joking. I have not seen it in a long time. I'm sorry, Ashby. I'm all right. I mean, I think it's a combination of things. Weather changing, exhaust, and I think it's just exhaustion catching up to me. Also, there's a lot of coughing in the office. I think I might have caught something. Someone was contagious, and I might have caught a bug incidentally. I might have caught some friendly fire. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But I'm a little chilly, even though it's like nearly, 20 degrees out, and I'm still wearing the sweater. I got some chills. My head's a little achy, but I'll let you know. I feel all right enough to play for a little bit, but I will say, like, I gotta hit the brake if I need to. Anyway. All right, here we go. Gaunt. Oh, hello. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. Oh, so righto. Have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? It's kind of hard to miss. That's a picture of Lana Neal and me. I know you're pretty busy and it makes me happy to see you get so much done. If you need rest, take it. Thank you, HV. I appreciate it, buddy. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. Could it be the cowboy hat? Could it be the giant tip that's pointed at Lana's chest? 6 of 7? Ooh, you're getting streaking. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. Gaunt team picture added to the court record. Okay. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm gonna lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case is long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Oh, he's in daddy voice. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. I know, bribe a police officer. Or ask a fellow police officer. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe. Aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long? Damn, Emma. Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Hey, have you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle's between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. Yeah, poor Edgy. He kind of just caught a stray. And that caused like a cascading domino effect about like his reputation. He's got to be probably pissed as anyone in this case. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Sky's the guilty party here, isn't she? I mean, she's innocent of murder. Sorry. Apologies. Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there's been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this, are there really so many people who hate him? Given the fact that like earlier in the game, they're like, you have no idea how many people he's put away in jail. One second, sorry. I think no. Oh, okay. Yuichi just kind of misunderstood. All right, fine. Sorry. No worries, guys. All right, anyway. Are there really so many people who hate him? Well, think about it, Emma. Like, if you're like someone who is like on the defense and you think that the prosecutor is crooked and he sends you to jail, of course you're gonna hate him, you know? Or like maybe you thought like, oh, I'm gonna get a fair shake. You get found guilty and then you like go to the slammer, the Huskow, the prison, you know, hard times, all that stuff. And then you find out, hey, that prosecutor's dirty. Like, you'd be pissed. In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. Gumshoe's got a point. Young and talented, everyone hates young and talented people. Hey, Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime, my treat. Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. Seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Everyone likes Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned about Edgeworth. He's your rival, Phoenix. You might be able to be friends with him, but if he touches your man, Anyway. Well, Did you find out anything? The only evidence Doc left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some Goyle? Me. Seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? It was a videotape of him saying, "I'm about to kill Officer Marshall, just like I was attempting to kill that young girl, Emma Skye." It was like 4K and full audio, and there was no AI or nothing like back in the day. We gotta remember, this is 2000. No such thing as generative AI. Sora, what the hell's that? Anyway, he done did it. Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. I forget. Look, it's all written in here, somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Okay, good idea. Joe Doc was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? He was bored. He needed a hobby. He found like some dark web online and it's like, hey, have you tried serial killing? It's fun and adventurous and it gets you outside, you meet new people. I don't know. One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So it was an accident? An accident, yeah, but it transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed the man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. A kid by, oh, hold on. He's going too quick. A jogger came up with saying killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. So he basically like hit somebody and in a panic took out a knife and stabbed like everybody around him who like were witnessing him. Like, so he killed one witness. It's like that gag. It's like, kill one guy, someone walks in. Hey, what's going on? Oh my God, kill the second witness. Ugh, do that. It's like that Futurama gag, you know? And then like, someone's like, well, that explains the first 3 deaths. That explains the first 3 killings. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Remember, no Russian. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence, so he turned himself in. Yeah, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim, Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Doc was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. All right. Gumshoe, do you want to look at my knife collection? I got 2 of them right now. This one's my favorite so far. You want to look at my favorite in knife? About this. Hey, is that? It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 instant on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since the case has been closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker and was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. Murder weapon. This knife. It was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at, plus it had his fingerprints on it too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? In the heart. The heart, Emma. The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet, down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Yeah, I mean, if you can, it's like ballistics, I guess, to a degree. Like if you can, it matches the knife perfectly. Stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. The broken tip was found in the victim's body, belonged to the murderer, Joe Dark. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Game. No, it's not money. It concerns the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? Metal fibers? I'm guessing they mean like the edging, like the shavings. You know how like metal, like when you like I'm limited in understanding, but like a blade is technically just a very, 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 very thin edge that you're constantly scraping down. And when you hone it, you're straightening that edge out so that it cuts cleanly. And when you sharpen it, you're slowly grinding it down to keep that wedge, right? So my understanding is like that's probably means is like the contact, like the grain of the knife, for lack of a better term. It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around, if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. I wonder. What's this? Joe Dark, sentenced death, Neil Marshall. Jabates, as in like jabated. Prosecutor, Miles, Lana, investigators. What could we show him that he might want to see? That pot looks like this one. Maybe I can show him the jar? That was my first thought. I looked at that, I was like, that looks like very jar shaped, and I happen to be, you know, I'm somewhat of an expert in jars myself. The other thing that bothers me is that in that photo, there's a sword, and everyone was telling me like, well, there's a reason the sword's missing, and now I want to know the reason, but let's see. Maybe if I show him this, he'll let me in. About that jar, I think I've seen it before somewhere. Somewhere? Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office, and he's yelling at me. Chief Gant? Where could I have seen that before? Oh, okay, so it's like kind of like you're... I guess that's the game's way of saying like, you're close. Why don't we show him the photo? Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut. All right, I thought it was the photo. Could I not like just show him that again? I felt like I was on the right... I felt I was on the right track here. Hey, look, they're hard to make out, but there's some dark red bloodstains here. The jar videos. I'm somewhat of a jar expert. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman blood was somehow on this when he got stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9. That might be when we got the blood on it. Can I do something here? It doesn't look like I can. Unfortunately, I can't like do anything like spray it or anything from that menu. I feel like the jar is my way in. Yeah, so he says that, and like, where could I have seen that before? It's like, I'm pretty sure I wanted to show him this. But I can't, like, when I presented to him, he's like, I don't want to look at that. Keep that away from me, pal. So what else could I do that would work? What if I show him this? That's the ID card record, isn't it? Something's been bothering about it. We still haven't filled out the final thing. There's only one number left to investigate at 4:20 p.m. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else, which we proved in court yesterday. Someone with an exclusive executive officer number. 77777777? That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer. I just might have a hunch. Can I talk to him about it? Oh, a lost item report, huh? Very impressive, Detective. You knew what it was right off the bat. Well, I am a master of replacement, you know. Why are you covered in blood? Who said anything about blood? Wink. Funny. Master. That has such a cool ring to it. The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work there. Wow, a higher power? Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence. All right. Well, I'm going to think about it a little bit, but I'm going to go to the can real quick, so... And the ad break's coming up, so I'm going to run it a teensy bit early. Everybody, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. It makes me feel a little bit better. I'm going to keep going as much as I can. But let me go piss, girl. I'm gonna run the ads a little quickly. YouTube's homies, you won't see any ads, but we pause because no one gets left behind on the boat. So I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. I'll see you on the other side. All right, I'm gonna go piss, girl. Go piss, girl. I don't know why that kicked off all of a sudden. All right, be right back. Ugh. I'm back. Right. Give me 1 second, fellas. Welcome back from the break, everybody. 1 second. Okay, so I took my temperature. I'm about 99.3, slightly feverish, so definitely got something. I probably need to go lie down. But and see if I can find a good stopping point. But yeah, I guess I'm catching a bit of a fever. All right, let's keep going then. Well, so the idea is to give him something that will make him talk, but what would I do? Is it just the papers he gave me? I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. I think people are accusing him of injustice. Everyone ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know? The work flu seems to have hit. I guess so. I might have caught the bug that was going in the office. By the way, actually, thanks for the boat and the hydrate. I appreciate it, buddy. All right. Let's keep going. I'll try to find a good stopping point, or if like I'm just about to crash out, I'll be like, all right, your boy's got to take a time out. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. But Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty. You know, one thing I'm noticing that's not in my long list of evidence is this. Neil Marshall, date of death, February 19th, between cause of death, single stab with piercing heart. Died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Weapon was found when wound was missing tip. What do I present to you? Yeah, very hydrated piss. All right. So he doesn't tell me that. What was it then? It's not that. It's not that. I don't think it's the jar. I don't think it's the security video. Is it this? Nope. Nope. Hey, that powder's used for detecting fingerprints. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us. He did what? All I have is some flour. Are you okay, detective? Quick, run! Achoo! Did he just sneeze flour on me? No, I really am sick. If it's any help, one time I took a nap on a bench with wet paint. Why am I not confident? That's the ID record. Can I talk to him about this again? So he doesn't let me know. I figured he would let me know, but I guess he doesn't know the name of the number. About this. Hey, is that? Okay, this is the same thing we did before with the talking about the tip and everything. He didn't give me the tip of the blade, which is interesting. Maybe that's in the memo? Nope. I'll just keep going slowly by slowly. That's the photo Miss Starr took. Anything you can tell us about it? That Mrs. Starr's quite the lady. Well, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too. Probably. He was a big boy. Parking lot? Nope. Sheesh. Nope. Don't need to do that. Pressed it a little too fast. Doesn't have anything to say about that. Doesn't have anything to say about that. Nope. Sheesh. This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on that evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about most officers nowadays. It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit, he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility another murder took place prior to 5:15. Parking stub. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? Public drive. Okay, this is the same stuff he said before. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award Mr. Edgeworth won the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is this award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, he's forgotten. All right. And you're saying this is erased? This ID victim belongs to the victim, yeah. You can do just about anything these days with a card and a secret number. It's scary. It's only scary because you keep dropping your card, Detective Gumshoe. I forget my secret number a lot, too. I'm scared of myself. But I'm me, after all. And what could be wrong with that? Very proud of you, Detective. I think I'll stay out of this conversation. How about my badge? My badge has got to be the key. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show the police badge. Enough said. Are we having a badge off? I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Can I talk to him about the murder weapon again? This murder knife was Joe Dark's. Yeah, he told us this. He didn't give us this. So I was like, can I not see it? Okay. So I don't have what I need to get him to get me in. And one more time, are you sure it's not this? Or the jar? All right. Maybe there's someone else I need to go talk to then. Maybe Miss Alana Sky? Attorneys and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside court. It's taboo, especially when the interests of both parties are involved. She really means it. Lana. This? Nope. Anything I can show her? Okay, she's probably not gonna be very cooperative then. All right. All right, so this is not the way. Maybe the I don't think she's gonna tell me anything about this, but maybe. Nope. All right. Maybe I can talk to the police chief? That man must be the chief of detectives. He's staring at his screen so hard it might shatter. What? Police department makes fatal error? Well, I do. Quick, someone to bring me the classifieds help wanted section. So much for duty. I'm getting dumber by the second. My brain is turning into soup. Delicious soup. No one's here. Maybe Edward's back in the office now? Okay, there we go. 24th High Prosecutor's Office, 12-2. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is! It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. How's your face? You're looking handsome. Do you want me to bring dinner home tonight? There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to. And nothing I can do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth. I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Yeah, he's a bit pissed. Justifiably so. He's got some righteous fury. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, and now this one. Seems all you do is worry about me. It's almost like you like me or something, you silly spiky head. Oh, kiss me, you fool. And they just start making out in front of Emma. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that the case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture. Something seems strange about it. Yeah, it's true. Could you tell us again what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this. Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes. Just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Okay, so... What do you think about this photograph? Well, every time I do, it makes me laugh. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Excuse me. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall's holding. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Contradiction. I've heard that word before. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story? I hope it's not true, but I heard the Iron Curtain is raised. The what? Like, huh? Oh, you mean, oh. Oh, I hope it's not true either. I took me a minute. Oh, I hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong, but yeah. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I'm not trying to get upset, but I'm just like... They said they can't watch Twitch. I wonder if YouTube is also suffering. I hope not. God, I hope not. But I'm thinking about them. And I'm going to still try my best to help them. It's this there's that clip from the Boondocks. Did anyone ever watch Boondocks? That's been playing around in my head a lot more lately. Where Riley, it's been a while, but I believe the main character is Riley. One of the main characters is Riley. He's looking dejected. I don't remember the full context of the episode, but he was like, I'm sure he was like trying to do some like giant protest or something like that. And he's like, he asked Grandpa, like, what do you do when there's nothing when you've done everything you can't? What do you do when, yeah, what was the full quote? Now this is gonna bother me. Let me see. Can I read the fandom here? Yeah. Hold on. Didn't tell me the full context here. All right, I will see if Gemini or something can actually help me with this. Hold on, hold on. Oh, okay. Okay. Still, you're making me scared, but either way, let me get this going here. That's it. So the full quote that I was thinking about was, sorry for the silence, by the way. But yeah, Riley's sitting there. He's looking dejected. He probably had some, like, I think he was trying to, I don't remember the full context of the episode, but he's like, what do you do when you can't do nothing, but there's nothing you can do? And Granddad just basically looks at him and goes, you do what you can, right? And I feel like that's what I'm doing, right? You do what you can, because that's all I really can do, right? Whether it's like donations or whether it's like supporting my friends, playing with them, hanging out with them, talking with them. You do what you can. It's good advice. Anyway, back to our boyfriend. I've been ignoring him for too long. I'm sorry, Edgy Poo. I was like looking up like a quote. It took a little bit of time to find it, because search is busted on the internet. Anyway, the first means halberd and the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Well, why don't you tell it though, for Emma's sake? Very well. Long ago, in the kingdom Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with two items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Objection! Those claims contradict each other! Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Oh, low-key shade from Edgeworth there. Anyway, as you've mentioned, the very description of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless, and thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. But that... Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow! Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. I mean, it's a cool story. And I get that contradiction is like one of the main themes about this game. Also, hi, Dreamer. Welcome in. Thanks for the vote. I don't get why they use that to symbolize the king of prosecution, though. You know, I'm not entirely sure what the symbology there is just yet, but you know, I'm not a symbologist. I'm not like whoever Tom Hanks's character was in the Da Vinci Code. I'm not like any of that. Anyway. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the ward abolished. Chief Gant. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it its current form. Okay. Is there anything else I can present? My boyfriend? My boyfriend. Maybe this? I don't know. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea? Kinda. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very stylish manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe just show him my best evidence. I can get some reaction out of him. A jar! Eat my jar, Edgeworth! No, he doesn't. He's not interested in the jar. Excuse me. Oh, it seems everything in this case hinges on this. Hey, don't look at me. Yes, I went into the evidence room that day of the crime. Chief Gant asked me to do something. To take evidence from a case solved 6 months ago back to the prosecutor's office. I have a locker in there as well. Did you notice anything amiss when you were in the evidence room? That room's always dark and I was in a hurry. I didn't see anything put out of the ordinary. Alright. Right, please, I'm the prosecutor. I didn't pass on the tea. It's just that Edgeworth isn't serving tea right now. So, you know, that's it. That's all. All right, he's not gonna... Not gonna talk to me. Maybe show him the badger. No, he's not interested in the badger. I hope you're doing well, Dreamer. I'm running a little bit of a fever, unfortunately, so this might be a shorter stream than anticipated, but right now I feel okay, although it's not getting better. I think some germ was passing around at work and I caught it, unfortunately. I don't think I have anything else to ask him at the moment, in that case. Was it this? This picture was hanging on the wall. Oh, we already did this, yeah. All right. I accidentally took a screenshot. Anyway, I needed to preserve that. I needed to preserve that screenshot of me zooming in on the photo again. I want to look at that piece of paper, but is he gonna let me? I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright, let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what that girl's doing crawling around my feet. Oh, I failed my persuasion check. That's not good. I will, Dreamer, I promise. I'm trying to tough it out a little bit, but we might have to wait till next week. He didn't even look. What? Letter of bruh. Not a letter of bruh. If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died. But, Mr. Edgeworth, none of it's your fault! I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something! This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. Oh, I know what I can use that for. I can guilt trip a police officer! It's perfect. Oh, but before we do, February 24th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Excuse me. Oh, hi, Miss Star. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? I'll take some if you're giving it out. Why are you wrapped it in like old leaves? Like, what's the expiration date on that? Is this beef fresh? When is it best served? Miss Star! I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. Well, that's certainly one way to put it, Miss Star. Edge kind of reminds me of the defense lawyer JJK. JJK? Not familiar. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, the murder occurred on the very day of the evidence. The very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. I know, don't tell me how to eat roast beef, lady. Listen, I know my way around a nice cut of meat, okay? Don't you be coming in my boat telling me how to eat my roast beef, okay? 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 Okay. Anyway. Miss Star's hatred towards Alana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was back then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though. Must have been going through hell. You mean, because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her, Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on the SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo, Lana and Chief Gant. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean, with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong. Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties, most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used. Damon Gant and Lana Skye. There's that photo again. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism was, in particular, almost unreal. His magnetism. By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh, yeah. There were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh, yeah. Myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked, and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one can stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? Do you mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how can he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last. I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Thank you, Miss Starr. I'm gonna do my best. I don't think she has anything else to add, so let's make a beeline for the prosecutor's office, to the police department, and talk to Gumshoe again. And he's not here. Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. Gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. Be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene of the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Oh, I know. A little guilt trip, perhaps? What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious! Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him this far! Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective. That's it. I've made up my mind. But, here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone found out, they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. All right, detective. Thank you. All right. We've been granted access by our good friend Detective Gumshoe, Police Department Chief's Office. Here goes, Mr. Wright. We're in. I'm in. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you two to bail me out. Ah! Did she slap him? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. It's true. True story. True story. Mm. Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came through. If you're here, then what's the point in you and giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Ow. Hey, don't do that to my card! Wow. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now, come on, let's see what we can find out. I got a bad feeling about this. All right, well, let's look around. I'm gonna look on this side first. This side seems neat. These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey, this is when Lana and I went to that theme park. It's very minimalistic for Lana. Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know. I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making Detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. You mean like an action hero, I think he means. Note this up. Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. Write that down. So as long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that. Yeah, that's kind of mean, Phoenix. Don't be mean. This is Lana's desk. Sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in the memory of the crime? Like an action hero or to get out of work? I think it's like an action hero. Like, you know, he's getting surrounded by the bad guys. They have their guns drawn. So he just takes the risk and jumps out the window. It's like better than, it's not certain death, but staying here is. So I'm just gonna spray everything I can. Just make sure, ooh, we got a hit. We got a hit. We have confirmation of a hit. Enhance. This area must have been covered in blood. Is this from that incident? It must be. when Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. And 2 years have passed, so the reaction's kind of dull. So a murder really did take place here. Okay. We'll backspace out for now. Excuse me, Gumshoe, need you to get your big boy out of the way. Look at that fancy-ass telephone. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you two! Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Look at the case name! Huh? SL9 incident? I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long. That's right. I guess that wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-sized list of evidence. The list is of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about the case! It would appear so. It was ripped in half, so this part is all I've got. Alright. We found this inside the drawer, a list of evidence for the SL9. Mr. Edgeworth had the other half of that list. What would this list be doing here? We better look a little more into this list. I'll look at that right now. Enhance! Oh, that's a good list. That's a good unreadable list, right? Look at that. Mm-hmm. Bob? I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? I better not forget about this picture. All right. Does it update in the thing? No, it doesn't. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to remember about the picture. There is a fancy safe. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday? No. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Input code. It's gotta be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? It's the same as my luggage. It's foolproof, right? Although if I wanted to be sneaky like Gant's smarter, so he probably did 098 7654 because he's sneaky like that. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys my hacker man brain, right? This is pretty easy. Okay, so here's your security / computer science trivia for the day. So entropy in computer security means the number of potential bits that can happen inside a single digit of like a secret, right? So secret in this case is like your password, think like your password, or like your PIN code, something like that, right? So when you have digits, the number is the number of entropy you have is based on the number of digits, right? So like if there's only one digit, it's either 0 or 1. So the number of possibilities you have to check is 2. And then it goes 2 to the second or 4, then 2 to the third, 2 to the fourth, 2 to the fifth, and all the way up to 2 to the seventh, right? 2 to the seventh isn't really that good, right? So that's why people usually say like go to like 2 to the 16th, because 2 to the 16th is a giant ass number, which makes it harder to crack, right? And then nowadays, probably people are picking like 2 to the 32 or 2 to the 24, something like extraordinarily huge, because the idea about it is, even if you get my password, well, it's gonna take you, your computer or your algorithm, 100+ years to do that. And by the time you get that, I'll be dead. So I don't really care if you get my password or anything like that. Like, you can have my Rule 34 porn collection. I mean, my bank accounts, if you can crack it in 100 years. Anyway, so that's your like security trivia for the day. And that's usually why they do things like each you need to have like a special character. Well, although that's kind of going out of style, but that was the reason why I did that, because it's like, if there's only 10 possibilities per number, then I can like filter out a bunch of stuff. It's called a rainbow table. But if you add symbols and you add like letters, uppercase, lowercase, and all that stuff, it makes it harder to like, there's more possibilities you have to generate from, right? So it's like, that's the idea. If it was 4 digits, I would spam that, right? Anyway, Esh did that? I might have to talk to Esh. Maybe if she's around, we could go say hi to her and see what she has to say about that. I'm not too worried about the viewer count, because like, one, it's lurkers, right? And Twitch is doing something about like, because it's the way to counter bots. They're counting activity within like the hour, right? They're like, if you've like posted something or something like that. That's why like some streamers I watch have like that like check-in button. I don't want to do that, because like, I kind of feel like that's cheating. You know, I kind of want to feel like my chat is like organic. And, you know, so like for me, it's like, I feel like that's cheating to a degree. So I try not to do that myself. Anyway. Yeah, so what I was saying about passwords. So that, and then the other thing is like, what's been the trend from passwords, like special characters, like you've all seen this before, like you're probably at work and you have a computer or something. It's like, you must have a password of at least 16 characters with one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, one number, and one special symbol, right? At least, right? But that's getting out of style because that's hard to remember. So then they took a step further where it's like, well, wait, the thing that we're worried about is entropy, not necessarily difficulty cracking. It's about how long does it take to crack. And if it's hard to crack because it takes forever, but it's easy for you to remember, that's better. So that's why we got passphrases now, right? So passphrases are longer in nature because they usually tell you to do like 4 to 6 words to remember. Horse, staple, label gun, something like that, right? Like you already memorized that. Horse, staple, label gun, right? But that's the idea, is like, that's like 20 to 24 letters entropy, which makes it takes a lot longer to crack. And now the new hotness is passkeys, which is an old technology, but it's also a very battle-tested technology called private keys. Basically, when someone says enter your passkey, you're sending them a signed message via your computer's private key. And only your private key never leaves your system. You never give your private key out. That's a big deal. But when you send a message out and someone decrypts it, because your public key, if everyone knows your public key, that's okay. It's public. That's why it's called public. But basically, when someone gets a message from you and they use your public key to decrypt it and it works, they know like, well, only the person with the private key could have encrypted this message, which means I can authenticate that you're the one who actually sent the message. That's one of the older technologies we have. So that's your security trivia for today. Anyway, yeah, 24 characters long. That's kind of a good practice, right? And then with password managers and stuff like that, it's a lot easier to make longer passwords that are difficult to crack, and you don't have to memorize them. And now most password managers also allow you to do passkeys, and most big services like AWS or Amazon or, you know, even Discord and stuff, they'll let you log in with a passkey. So it's like, yeah, I don't even need to know a password. I just send a message, they decrypt it, it's like, oh, well, this came from Merck, so it's got to be him, right? That's how they authenticate. They can authenticate you now. And now it's gone from difficult password to easier but harder to crack password to I don't even need to know the password myself. I can just have a monkey banging symbols in my head and I can still authenticate. That's how we're going so far. Sorry for the rant. I think it's 7777777. Code confirmed. Access granted. How did I know? Go. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 7777777. The final ID card number on the record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 777777777? That ID number? I think you're 17 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? I've been liking the Google thing of authenticator of confirmation. So that's another type of security, actually. So I'm not gonna get into another security rant, but security, there's a couple different aspects, right? So something you know is like, there's a couple things they like to do. It's something you know, something you have, or something you something you do, right? These are like the trifecta, right? So yeah, 7's lucky. Sorry. So when you do security, 6, 7, oh my God. Ashby, you're lucky she's not here. She would have asked me to ban you again. Anyway, so with authenticators, that's the something you have part of the equation, right? So like when you log into a site with your password, the next step is like, okay, well, this came, you know, the password, but and just to make double sure I know it's you, I'm gonna send a secret. I want you to send me a secret code that only something you possess can send me, right? So that's why, like on your phone with the Google Authenticator, you look at that code for the site you're trying to log in, you do it that, right? That's how they set it up. It's like, okay, this is coming from an authenticator that was set up on my side, and I granted it access to, and I linked it with this person's account, and it's currently reading this code, and if they send me that code, then I know it's them because they gave me two-factor. That's why they call it two-factor. The first factor is something you know, like your password, and the second factor is something you possess, like your phone or like your laptop or like your, like some like, sometimes they're called like a little USB key that you stick in and enter a pin, something like that, right? That's something you own or something you possess. That's the other factor. Anyway, sorry, let me go on. I do like it, but I can see an issue. Don't take off the device. So that's why they give you like all those backup codes, actually. Like if you need to get rid of the key, that's how they like, you use that code and that tells us, that's like a specialized form of password that you send to the service to be like, hey, I need this gone. You can, that's why they send you those backup codes. It's like, I need to remove this. Anyway. Sometimes also you can like send a support ticket like, hey, can you remove two-factor for me? I need to set it up again on a different device or something like that. That's why you can do that. Anyway, oh God, my brain is soup. Let's look in the safe I opened. I just cracked. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's, a shot from a broken cup? This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in here too. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shot from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great, now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9? Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective. No, we'll figure that out in a minute. This is the real deal, isn't it? These armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't even have any taxes to pay. Shh, careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. Oh, I know. Believe me, I know. Can I like close it? Like reveal? Can I not like, I guess I can't. All right. Fuck it, we ball. I also got something that uses something like Google to log in, but with some login screens that wants a password and email address. Sometimes with authentication, they'll like give you like what's called like a token. And like this token usually has like a shelf life on it, right? Like maybe like when you authenticate, because you don't have, they don't want you, because it's annoying for you actually to like log in every single time. They're like, all right, I'll give you a token. And every time you send me another request or click another page on my website, that token gets passed around and I can say like, okay, this token is from the same user. He can go through. I don't need to re-authenticate. He doesn't need to redo all this password entry and all that. But usually for security purposes, the idea is that that token only lasts like maybe 2 weeks, maybe 30 days at most for security purposes. Because the idea is like, if you keep using that token and someone's listening in, they can grab that and impersonate you. They're like, I'm gonna buy all of this porn and send it to this address that Ashby doesn't live at. That's an idea of an impersonation attack. You pay for someone else's porn. That's the only definition for impersonation attack. Anyway, can I do something with this now? Look, they're hard to make out, but there's some red blood stains. Looks like blood. Oh, maybe I have to present the jar. Present the jar. The jar, Phoenix. Present the jar. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one? That was in the safe? Yeah, that one. That was in the safe. Gumshoe's thinking. He's processing. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. There you go, Gumshoe. Assemble the fragments. Let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. I can piece this together again. It'll prove Gigant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. And I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I don't know how I did it. I'm a genius. There. It fits like a charm. Of course that means Chief Ganton willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. Gasp! In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this! What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Good question. Can I examine it more? Hey, look there. It's hard to make out. There's a red stain. Looks like blood. This is different. This is not the same. This one's a line. That is odd. And I can still do other things onto it, so that's fine. Murder weapon? I don't know. The murder weapon was a stab. I don't think you can stab someone with a jar. If I'm fine, I won't be able to give you any information. So that's why I have to get it all in my system now. You understand, don't you? Don't be so negative, detective. Maybe. Possible, actually. We do want you to share your information, though. Oh, who am I fooling? I never had anything useful to share to begin with. Got to stay positive. Okay, I think the leather... Oh, I don't have it. I don't have it in my, thing. Can I check this again? No, okay. Backspace. Huh. I thought that, like, showing him the photo, because, like, I think I know where the leather came from, but it's not in my evidence to present, so I don't think I can do that. I didn't say it was any head injury? No, it was just a single stab wound according to the autopsy report. The head injury was with Joe Dark. The proposal was like, oh, he like got a concussion because someone bonked him on the head, presumably Marshall, before he was killed. All right, let's just talk to him. That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's? Yeah, that's where I was waiting for Lana on that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So, ever since Lana left, no one's ever touched that desk? No one except Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any more clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's the only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be... No. There's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on! Not so fast, buddy! Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to stop bothering you, pal! You just don't get to let it go like that. Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. What do I think of him? I think he's a handsome, handsome man. Can I use it? How do I do this? Prison. Oh, I gotta be examined for that. Looming tail. Oh, he's charming his conditioner. This can't contract any blood traces? Well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol. I wonder if he's an accomplice, or maybe maybe. We'll find out. So that's why the lady on the counter had that smoke on her face. You've been had, Gumshoe. Sorry, I fat fingered that. I apologize, guys. I'm not trying to ruin the fun. I am feeling like I'm looking to see if I can get something before the break that's coming up, and I might have to take a honest look about like what I'm gonna do. I wonder if he's an accomplice, or yeah, I already read that. Gonna spray, spray, spray till my heart turns gray, and I'm gonna keep spraying for now. I'm bow 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 bow. I'm gonna spray, spray, spray till I can't spray no more. And I find it still hilarious that the menu screen blocks me from like doing things. Really? Nothing else? Huh? Just that one bloodstain. All right, fair enough. Do I leave? Do I try to leave? No, I can't leave yet. Hey, that's it. That's the king. Oh, we already did this before. Oh, looks like we're in an ad break. Good thing. I'll love our never-ending bottle of luminol. Since the ad break, I'm gonna go take a bathroom break, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna check my temperature again just to be safe as well. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. One second. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely running a fever. I'm now at 38.3, which is basically over 100, so I'm running a fever. I wanted to see if I could like push myself to the trial date. I don't know if I can, unfortunately. Oh man. All right. Well, let's. Yeah, I should probably be safe, guys. I want to stream. I want to keep playing, but I don't want to like make myself sick as a dog for this. So I think we're just gonna have to call it here, unfortunately. I'm sorry. You know, this shit happens. I wanted to try and tough it out, but unfortunately, I don't think I got the juice tonight. And it's better for me not to make it worse. So I'm just gonna call it a little early. So let me save real quick before I forget. We're here. We'll be able to finish this, I think, next week, next time, before. I think we'll be able to finish at least the first game before I go on vacation. And hopefully I can go on vacation. God, that would suck if I had to call that off. That's the one thing. I gotta look after myself because I want to go on vacation. But yeah, so I think we'll call it there. So for my YouTube homies, thank you guys for being here tonight. Nice to meet you, Digi. Have a great day, rest of your day at work. Thank you for hanging out with us, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, YouTube homies. See you later. All right, I'm gonna end that stream. All right, and then for us, fellas.